What is up, guys? Boris here, and finally it is time for my Aokiji Zero Stamina Island walkthrough. There you can see my sockets, and man, this team is very overpowered. I told you guys for the past couple months that once I get that level 3 chain, I would be attempting this dungeon, and so I did end up getting the level 3 chain 2 days ago. And yesterday I actually was gonna do some practice runs before the stream, but it turns out I beat it on my first try. Which I was not expecting. I made a lot of mistakes. You'll see in this video. I made a lot of mistakes, so this team is a very easy team for this dungeon, and if you guys have this, you guys will be good to go. Now, the first big mistake is I did before I even entered the dungeon, and that is you want to make sure your Stronghold Usopp is in the bottom left. So I would switch Stronghold Usopp in Zephyr's position, because Aokiji, once you do get to him, he'll lock your guy for 99 turns. I didn't know that, so when I got to there, he chained my Zephyr, but if you do have your Zephyr's ability, you know, to be able to use, it'll make it a lot easier. But I still ended up beating the dungeon regardless. The other things to keep in mind is all my guys are max skill except for Stronghold Usopp, who needs 2 more skill ups, and my Stronghold Ace needs 1 more. So just keep that in mind. The Stronghold Usopp book should be in the next fortnight probably, so make sure to skill him up there. As you'll see, I have a ton of HP. That's primarily due to the Whitebeard ship, which gives a boost of 1.4 to your HP as opposed to the Ace boat, which gives a 1.3 boost. So that's why I'm using that. And my Marco does have 100 recovery cotton candy, so that will help me fill up the full almost every single time. Other than that, if your Ace has like a lot of HP cotton candy, you can probably hit over 60k. But my Stronghold Ace does not have any at all. So yeah, I guess this team is very good for this. And like I said, if you don't, and important, like, the last thing I want to mention here before we actually get into the hard levels is that if you don't have Legend Marco, you can use base Marco. However, you don't get the orb boost, which is actually pretty nice. So this is the first room where it really starts getting difficult. You really do want those level 3 chains for several levels. Silence is also nice, but here you'll see me start off with a Stronghold Usopp special to go ahead and delay everyone, and then just take everyone out in 5 turns. You have plenty of time. I'll be going room by room pretty much, telling you guys sort of what I did, my thought process and stuff. But this one right here was pretty straightforward, so I guess I'll let you guys know that I'll be stalling a lot during this dungeon. I'm going to be using my specials very often and then trying to stall for them to get back up again. That's what you tend to do in the Zero Staminas. You see a lot of stalling for specials. And considering that a lot of these specials have high cooldown, they're going up all the way up to like 18, then yeah, you're definitely going to want to do a lot of stalling. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next room. Okay, so we just took out Domino, and now we're on to Soddy Chan. And again, this is where you're gonna see me start to do some stall, because here I'm gonna start off by using Stronghold Ace, and with the amount of HP that you have, you're gonna deal a ton of damage. Pretty much take out one of those guys, and you want to stall on the Koala. Or at least that's who I stalled on. Nothing much other than that to say, to be honest. Just stall on the Koala. Try to get your specials back up, try to stall as much as you can, and try to get some matching orbs for the next room. That's also something very important. Anytime you try to stall and you get those matching orbs ready, then it just makes it a lot easier going into the next room, unless it's a room where they shuffle orbs or something. So yeah, you're going to see some stall here, and then I'll see you guys in the next room. Alright, so we got through the Impel Down guys, and now we're on to the Marines. First off, we got Suru, Mamanga, and Onigumo. So right here, you're gonna want to stall these guys. And I think you want to take out Suru first because she'll start healing the units, and it becomes a big pain. So go ahead and start popping some of these specials like Zephyr. Hopefully you got those orbs that I talked about in the last room. So yeah, just go ahead and take out Suru first before she starts healing everyone, and then everyone else should go down pretty easily. So once you do that, you should be good, and then I'll see you guys in the next room. Okay, so now we're on to Kobe, Helmeppo, and Garp. This room, again, is not it's one of the easier ones with this team because just the amount of HP that you have. Helmeppo and Kobe will go down pretty easily, but it is in this room where I do make, I think, my first major mistake. That is that I ended up getting Kobe down to 120%, and I didn't end up killing him, which is kind of a shame. I just ended up missing out on a lot of damage all 3 turns. But as you'll see here, it doesn't really matter. The thing is to keep in mind is that Garp will deal massive amounts of damage when he attacks. And we'll be doing a bit of stalling on Garp as well, trying to get our specials ready up for the next room. They're almost ready, so we just need to stall a couple cycles and we should be good. But as you can see here, I mean, I should have killed him, but I done goofed it up. And I'm going to take massive amounts of damage for it, both from Garp and Kobe. Now at this point I'm like, oh crap, the run's probably over, but as you'll see here, I actually thought that a lot all the time, but I ended up still getting through it. So Garp uses attack, and you'll see it deals a whopping 28, I think 28,000 or something, so 20 something thousand, I'm not sure. But yeah, so now he uses major attack. Now you can go ahead and start taking him out slowly, trying to get those specials back up. And I think I can take a couple more hits. And my Marco's almost up, so it doesn't matter. I just make sure not to die, pretty much. As long as you don't die, you should be good. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next room, I guess. And yeah. Okay, so now this is the room which I had a lot of problems with in the past because you do get both silenced and chained, and so I would always get chained for a turn, and that would really screw me over. But as it turns out, now I have level 3 chains, so it's not that big of a deal. And you'll see me heal back to full here. And the nice thing again is that this does give you an orb boost. That's the upside to using Legend Marco over normal Marco. And with that orb boost, it just helps me to take out Ein in 1 turn. And I don't know if she does anything too good. I mean, she might attack for a little bit, but I'm not entirely sure if she does anything. And now we have Sepharon. So now you're just going to want to take out Zephyr, normal way, just attack him slowly. You can tank again a couple hits, try to get some stall in for your stuff, for your specials. And yeah, another pretty easy round. I'll see you guys again in the next round. Okay, so here is another one of those difficult rooms. As you can see, we have to fight 5 of the Warlords now. This room looks insane. And again, the chain and the silence helps out in this room. On top of that, Gecko Mori will change all your orbs to bomb orbs, but we got Heracles, luckily enough, to save us from that. Now, go ahead and use Stronghold Usopp to stall them, of course, and then we're going to use Stronghold Ace, and with the amount of HP that we have, we're going to deal a massive amount of damage. And this I wouldn't call this a mistake, but I had too much health. So what ended up happening is that I ended up taking out Kuma with Stronghold Ace, as you'll see in a little bit. And that was a problem because that's who I was planning to stall on. So I actually had to swap my stall target over to Moria. I'm not sure. I think it's still better to stall on Kuma, but I'm not 100% sure. That would have definitely given me a lot more time. But you see here goes Stronghold Ace's special, and you'll see I'll take out Kuma. So I was like panicking at this point, like okay, Run's dead. But as it turns out, we're still gonna keep going just in case, and take out Boa, take out Mihawk. You should be able to take both these guys out on the first turn if you hit your perfects. And then now we just have Dofi and Moria. Now, again, I want to try to get as many specials up and running as soon as possible, but I also don't want to die. So I'm going to... I looked up Moria's attack, and I'm like, okay, I can tank some hits from him. But, yeah, ideally, you probably want to take some more damage in the earlier rooms, or at least against Zephyr, try to take some more damage if you can, so that your special won't kill Kuma. But who knows, it might actually be better to stall on Moria. I haven't done the math yet. But yeah, so now we just have Moria, and just stall, make sure not to get him below 20, and you should be good to go for the next room. So then I'll see you guys in the next room. Alright, we're getting really close at this point. We're at room 19. And so we are facing Garp and Sengoku. And here's where I think I made another big mistake. Now, I'm going to go ahead and pop my specials here. And I was under the impression that I didn't want to get Garp below 20% because he would use special attack. But after I did it, I thought about it and I'm like, wait, I don't think Garp actually does anything below 20% for the first 3. I think his first 3 turns he does a specific thing. So as you'll see here, and I miss out on a massive amount of damage for trying to keep him from getting to 20%. But I don't think he does anything below 20 at this point in the room, the first 3 turns, because I think the first 3 turns are a countdown. But again, I might be wrong about that. But as you'll see here, so in trying to keep him under 20, I missed out on a lot of damage, which cost me a lot of damage against Sengoku. As you see here, I don't even hit the attack. So you see here, he does the countdown. So that's what made me think, oh crap, I don't think he actually does anything below 20. I should have just gone for it. And then in the next turn, I ended up, I would have been able to do a ton more damage to Sengoku. So I messed up a lot of damage there. And then at this point, I did think my run was over. But I continued anyways, try to heal up and stuff. And at this point, I just have to take out Sengoku the old-fashioned way, just whittle away his health and just tank his hits. So he does 15,000. And I'm like, okay, at this point, I'm like, okay, I might be able to do this. Go ahead and heal as much as I can. I don't even, just heal as much as I can and then go ahead and attack. And like, I'm starting to see that I deal a good amount of damage. So I'm like, oh, okay, I can tank one more hit and I should be able to take him out. I definitely don't want to get Sengoku under 20. He probably does something crazy. So at this point, I'm just I'm trying to get him as close to 20 as I can, and then take another 15k, and then I'm like, okay, now I can take him out in 2 turns. I get the purple orb on Zephyr. That really helped. I'm thinking of using Stronghold Usopp here, but I'm like, never mind. I'll save it for the burst on Aokiji. It'll definitely would probably come more in handy there. And then yeah, you see here we oh crap, yeah, I take out Zephyr. I try to stall. Even that 1 turn would be nice to stall. And yeah, as you'll see here, we are going to be good to go. I got another purple orb, but I really don't even need it. So, perfect. So we made it to Aokiji. At this point, I was sort of like, dang, man, I made it my first try. It's not my first. I've played a dungeon in the past. But it's like my first tries ever since, you know, in months pretty much. Ever since I got to level 3 socket. So I was like, I don't want to mess this up. But then I got my Zephyr chain, and I'm like, oh, I done goofed. I messed up, man. I should have put my Usopp there, and I was like, I don't even know if I can beat it at this point. I really need the Zephyr special. But then I said, let's go ahead and try to do it anyways. I have plenty of health, and I just try to get as many meat orbs, try to attack, do as much damage, get him as close to 50 as possible. So the goal of Aokiji is to get him as close to 50 and then burst him down. Now you'll see that he'll deal a lot of damage here. But that's not his attack. That's just he does a percentage. I think it's maybe 50%. He's gonna deal, I think, like around 50% of your health. As for yeah. So now every 3 turns he'll deal, I think, around 6,000. So it's only that first attack that really deals a massive amount. But after that, he doesn't deal that much. So you can stall a lot. And so my goal here is, okay, if I can stall for Marco, I should be able to defeat Aokiji. You combine, and the thing about Heracles, the bottom left orb is the meat orb, which you don't need. So you should be able to get matching orb on your Ace, your Heracles, and your Usopp. So yeah, I was kind of nervous at this point, but I'm going for it. I'm trying to get him not get him below 50, because if you get him below 50, he changes his attack to 1 every turn, and at that point I know I'm just dead. So. I know that I have the Stronghold Usopp saved up, so I can definitely use that as well. Give me like a 5% damage, and so right now it's just do or die. Don't mess up, don't goof it up, don't get in below 50. Get Marco's special ready, heal up as much as you can so you can tank hits, and then I should be good to go. So, spoiler alert! Like I said in the obviously I do end up beating the dungeon. And it's like I said, if you had Zephyr up, it'd be way easier, but still, I managed to do it. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this Aokiji tutorial. I mean, it's not over yet, but you'll see it. And yeah, so I'll see you guys once we defeat Aokiji. So there you go, guys. Aokiji finally down. What an awesome run. Despite the number of mistakes, it was still a fun run. Definitely, I think, was a lot easier than Whitebeard. And yeah, it's just, this team is so overpowered. Now the Aokiji bike, what it does is that it increases the attack and HP of striker units by 1.5, so that's very, very nice. However, it does reduce the occurrence of food ores, but that really is not that big of a downside. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and until next time, thanks for watching.